what's up, guys? It's that in the background.
So, guys, welcome to the podcast.
Your name, cough, cough.
It's me after
Today-
I smoke 6 packs a day for
Can
my
you
life.
shut the fuck up and do my intro?
I know, but I'm the comedy.
Okay. What, are you the Ace
I'm
Rain
the
of the server
negotiator.
now, right?
No. I'm not Ace Rain because I'm only slightly annoying.
I wonder if he'll watch this and find out. Anyway.
He's gonna watch it. He'll watch it the whole way through just to find clips to make fun of us for.
He will try. Anyway, guys, today we're going to be discussing the Star Wars prequel trilogy. The one that was recently regarded as the shittest trilogy in the franchise until the sequel trilogy turned up. And, well, we all know how that went. So, today I'm joined with Mythic, otherwise known as Iodrin. I'm also joined with your boy, otherwise known as Urban Hopperlight, the YouTuber who doesn't upload anything since his Egypt campaign. And,
Egypt 5.
and of course, Origins Gaming, who is Bradley the Bat Carrier. And there's a reason he's called. What's the reason you're called the Bradley the Bat Carrier then?
Well, because everyone on my team is shit. And plus, I only did it back anyway, so it's kind of.
We've all got terminal on bagel and. Anyway,
you know, I get off my seat like, oh god, and it just snaps into half.
right. So we're gonna start with episode 1, of course. I mean, it's called episode 1.
That was pretty good.
So
they like to say we're better.
Well, hold on, Bradley. Just shut the fuck up a minute.
Oh,
Alright, so who wants to go first and discuss what they liked? Well, no, actually, discuss what you didn't like from The Phantom Menace.
See, I haven't watched it in years.
Well,
I watched Revenge of the Sith on the way back
talking
from
about Phantom Menace.
Rome.
We're talking about Phantom Menace.
I know,
okay?
but I'm just telling you my area of expertise.
expertise. Oh, brilliant. Well, I think the only bad thing about it
No,
is
Bradley, is it your turn? I don't think so. It's fucking Iron.
I just stopped talking like
Whose turn is it?
30 seconds ago.
Yeah, we haven't really set, so...
Right, your boy,
we
you may
established
start.
whose turn it was.
Your boy, you may
Oh,
start.
it's me.
Yes.
Wait, so it's me.
Yes!
No,
Oh, right,
it's
okay.
my grandma.
Hello.
Right.
Right, so basically, Phantom Menace. It's just meh. It inoffensive meh.
Meh.
Nothing really happens. It's just sort of inoffensive and slightly annoying at times.
Character.
The only times that it's really affects you, really annoys you is Jar Jar Binks.
Oh, yeah.
And the only times it genuinely really makes you happy and feel good things about the Star Wars in general is
Wait, can
Is
I
it
stop you
the
there?
final
Did you
series
say
of
the Star Wars?
I said the Star Wars series.
I didn't hear series.
Lied Star Wars.
Alright, did I cut out? I cut out. Okay, yeah, the Star Wars.
Thy Star
The
Wars.
Star
Sorry,
Wars,
the holy
Phantom
version.
of the Menace. Star Wars: The Phantom of the Menace. My
To be
favourite
fair,
film.
the moment you see Jar Jar Binks in the scene, you know it's gonna be shit.
I just want him to
Dude.
die.
Best character.
I'm pretty sure Jar Jar. I heard.
There's a
I
ship
found
coming
out.
towards him, and I really want it to just
I found
put the
out.
accelerator on.
I
and
found
hit him
out
at
that was
full speed.
there's a comic with Jar Jar Binks actually shooting himself in the head with a blaster. So
Standing.
yeah.
Dude, it was George Lucas's favorite character. Don't bully the guy
Yeah.
himself.
It was George Lucas himself. He was playing him, obviously. Anyway,
Oh god.
Bradley, what do you have to add for the worst things in Phantom Menace?
Right, so there's the unnecessary things like the pod racing. Like when I was watching that, I fell asleep. I was like, who cares about that? You know, most of the film is a bit. Until you get to the end, the massive duel fight with the Duel of the Fates music. That's pretty epic.
Why does he? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, that's all I would say.
So what's is that the only good thing you liked about the film?
Well, no, there's other good things.
Like what?
Climb with Jim, but then he died
What about
again.
Qui-Gon
So...
Jinn?
Well, I think they raced him. Like, he was just there to get
Yeah.
killed off. Like he could have just lived, but no, he died.
Yeah, but if he lived, Anakin wouldn't have turned to the dark side because he would have trained him.
Yeah.
Well, you know,
So that scene when Darth Maul's fighting Qui-Gon and he kills Qui-Gon, like that's like that duel pretty much deters the entire galaxy. Because if Qui-Gon had killed Darth Maul, Crimson Dawn would have never happened. So, yeah. And perhaps the Clone Wars would have been completely different. Or no, Revenge of the Sith as a whole, with the whole Clone Wars anyway. Have you watched it yet, your boy? If you haven't watched it yet.
Watch what?
Clone Wars. The last 4 episodes.
No, I've seen all of it. I saw all of it now.
Good.
I've been a good boy and I've watched it all.
Good. So what was your favourite good thing about the Phantom Menace?
What my good thing about the fact is the end of it.
yeah, the end was definitely
It's just the fight because it's got cool music, cool emotion, everything's good.
To be fair, I like the bit when they went.
I don't like that it's spliced with with the destruction of that space station. That's really boring.
Yeah, I like the bit where at the end of the film when they're like, but who did we kill? The Master or the Apprentice? And it just pans to fucking Palpatine. You're like, yeah, that's it. That's the Sith Lord we've been looking for.
It's a bit on the nose.
Yeah. I mean, it's pretty obvious. You can fucking tell by the voice. And he just changes it every in the scene. When he's Darth Sidious, hey, and then when he's fucking when he's Palpatine's like, we must choose what to do, Senator, and you know. So, Idrin, what did you like about the film?
Very inoffensive film, I'd say. It played it safe for the most part. It had a funny character. It had a knight in shining armor plotline, and I don't know. It's a very inoffensive movie. I didn't know if it did a lot different than or anything revolutionary. Not really. I did like the parts on Camino with the clones.
That's the wrong episode.
Oh crap! See, this is what happens when you haven't watched it in 7 years.
7 years, huh?
Bradley, stop being racist, please.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Oh, now and again, Brady does like an African accent.
Oh,
Yeah,
I do an African accent and an Indian one too.
I can do it now.
Anyway, what I didn't like from the film was that.
Why are you coming into my class and making a big star?
Anyway, what I didn't like about the film was that I don't know. I like the kind of idea like it sort of introduced us to who the hell Anakin was and who Obi-Wan was. Like Obi-Wan, like I think quite a few of us sort of wanted to see Obi-Wan as a younger person, like how he ended up training Anakin as well, which is what it tells us, and how Anakin falls in love with Padme despite there being quite the age difference. But
it's only 4 years. It's only 4 years. I looked it up. It was very disturbing to me.
No, I think it's 5. Well, no, actually, no, it is 4 years.
Wait, was Anakin 9 or 10?
He was 9.
I thought he was 10.
He's 9.
Oh, okay, no, that's 5 years.
No, I mean, still, it's a bit.
Well, how old is he?
He's 9.
He's 9.
Oh god.
And
she's
14.
How old is he in Attack of the Clones?
I don't know.
19. 10 years.
19.
There's a 10 years gap.
Oh.
Anyway, the thing.
Oh god, 10
thing
year
I
gap.
loved. All right, calm
Honestly,
down.
the first time I saw the movie, I thought it was something like a 10-year difference.
Remember my mum and dad were like, "Oh, you got to watch this epic film." And so I watched it, and it was like, "Oh, okay." I loved it as a kid because it was just amazing.
Oh, I did too. I haven't watched it since I was a kid.
I liked Revenge of the Sith more when I was a kid.
I mean, all I cared about when I was a kid is watching bloody lightsaber duel. I just didn't care about the rest of the plot. I just wanted to see I just found it so fascinating watching someone fight with a lightsaber.
See, what I loved is I loved the clones. Any scene with the clones
to the
was an amazing scene.
Yeah, again,
Was
that's
I the only one who
that's not Phantom Menace. But no, I mean, Jar Jar Binks were like what? I mean, to be fair, he was the reason that Palpatine rose to power because the whole scene in Attack of the Clones where he's like, we should vote for emergency powers for the Chancellor. Yeah, great idea that was.
It was, dude. The Chancellor needed those powers to maintain the state.
Oh yeah.
Well,
I respect Jar Jar's decisions. He makes the best choices.
Anyway.
Yeah, well, that time he jumps 50 feet into the air like a fucking Sith Lord.
Dude, that was... Dude, I can assure you that was not suspicious in the slightest.
No, not at all.
Anyway, who the fuck is playing shit in the background?
I'll go in Archer, and this time I feel there's no one
Right,
to
right.
see.
Be
What's
quiet.
going on?
Alright, so Phantom Menace.
Quiet.
What I loved about it was obviously the Darth Maul and seeing Sidious as like trying to understand what his plan is up to. And then of course seeing at the end with Darth Maul and Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon having a massive fight, that was great.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was just decent. And I like the way the Padme sort of had a sort of revealed as the Queen. It's like if you listen carefully, you can.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
There's hints to it, like the Queen might not approve.
She's
The Queen is not here.
I feel like it's pointless.
She doesn't improve. Yeah, no, it was just for the whole decoy thing, I guess.
Why?
It
Why was that in the plot?
did feel kind of pointless, but it just didn't feel bad.
It was kind of pointless, but I mean, if there had been more of a pressing threat, it would have made sense.
Yeah,
I
if like
forgot
there
that-
were assassins attacking now and again. Like,
Yeah,
that'd
they
be
could have
good.
had like Sith assassins going after her.
Or maybe
that would've
maybe
made
just
sense.
like Trade Federation.
Then it would
assassins.
break the rule of two, which they were trying to
Well,
enforce.
that's why you should have had like droid assassins, like the assassin droids and like IG-88 and all that. Wow, we've gone really silent. What's happened? What's happened?
What?
We're all dead.
Yeah, yeah. I'm dead.
Anyway, yeah, I think it was a decent film. I didn't hate. So, what's everyone's rate of the film then?
5 out of 10.
Yeah, I'll say
5.
5 out of 10 as well.
I'm gonna go for. Yeah, I'll go for 6.
I'm going for 4 because I don't actually enjoy it. I don't even enjoy it really.
Is there anything else we didn't mention about the film?
It was.
I
I mean,
good.
I like the thing. I like the sort of like weird mystery that Anakin had no father. Like the way she
That
goes.
was
The way she goes, there was no father. Wait, hang on a minute. Hold up.
Talk about
Did
being
you not
Jesus,
learn
like,
about stuff at
I mean,
school?
yeah.
Yo guys, why Anakin black?
I mean, if we got J.K. Rowling, she's like seems to be changing all her fucking characters to black people. What's going on? Very Ron Weasley's
Oh
like,
yeah, you want
Hermione's
to
turned
make
black,
sure you
apparently.
leave that in. Make sure you leave that in.
Well, yeah, I think that's kind of cool, and I like the fact that Qui-Gon was sort of a father figure to Anakin, and he would have lived on had Darth Maul not just stabbed him in the fucking stomach, and that was the end of that. And I also thought that I like the bit with Obi-Wan like becoming a Jedi and proving that he is a Jedi that we know and love.
Yeah, he
I
became-
found it was awesome the way he jumped up, grabbed lights, and just cut Darth Maul in half. And
It was a good duel.
I mean, we thought he was dead until Clone Wars season 5, and he was like, "Oh, okay."
I liked that.
Yeah, that was
I mean,
good.
we're not.
I
we're
loved
not-
Darth Maul's return in the Clone Wars.
Yeah, that was amazing. But we can discuss
Have all of
that
you
another
seen
time.
Rebels?
Of course we have. Except
I
Bradley.
have seen Rebels.
Okay,
was-
good. 'cause
Yeah,
we
Alright.
do a
Bradley,
podcast
you might,
dedicated
Bradley, you
Clone
need to
Wars
watch
and
the
Rebels.
Clone Wars before you can even join the Clone Wars podcast. So you need to like watch that now. You have 1 week.
Yeah, it is very much worth watching.
Don't know about that.
It's
You have
very
1
good.
week, Bradley, to
It's
watch it. Just
fantastic.
fuck all your coursework. So you finish all that, chuck that in the bin, set on fire, and watch this straight.
So,
If your mum or sister or someone comes in, just tell them to fuck off.
just do the
Just
same
kill
as
them.
just do the same as Darth Vader's funeral. Just light them up.
Blow them up. Just do it.
You in my room. Leave now.
You're violating the law. Leave.
Stop.
Wait.
You violated the law.
Wait. I know you. Let me guess. Someone
Hello
stole
there.
your speed roll. Has everyone played Skyrim?
I
Apart from
Yeah,
Bradley, 'cause-
dude.
Apart from Bradley, because he lives
I
in
first played Skyrim when I was 7.
Wow.
ah,
I played it when I was like 12. I think.
but I suppose we need to talk about the Attack of the Clones now.
The Empire
Oh.
Strikes Back to the... What do you mean? Why are you going, oh? What?
The
he's
weakest
dead.
film
Hang on,
out of the.
Yeah, continue. To be fair, I'd say
See,
Phantom
the-
Menace is probably the weakest Attack of the Clones. I mean, Attack of the Clones had
Uh,
fucking a huge battle sequence, which is great.
Yeah, but
Anyway, shall we
it
begin?
was-
We have to begin at the beginning of the film, or else we're just gonna go jump at fucking like, a stupid battle. Yeah. Moving on. Right, who wants to go first?
Talking Attack of the Clones.
Yeah.
I liked the clones.
Okay. Well,
They're literally right at the end. Then like
They
two
did-
shots
They
of
did
the-
stuff.
let's discuss
Not much.
the beginning first.
Yeah.
Now remember, like she was coming in from Naboo, and then all of a sudden the ship just got blown up. So we were like, oh, okay, someone's trying to have her killed, but we didn't really understand why they tried to have her killed in the first place. I think it was the Emperor's plan, the Darth Sidious's plan to have Anakin go with Padme so they fall in love. That was his whole plan, I think.
Yeah.
And then after that, you have like the whole chase sequence, which was kind of boring. I mean, it was kind of funny the way Anakin just jumped out of a fucking speeder. It's like doesn't give a shit. I love the way Anakin Obi-Wan sort of like friendship is shown as well as like being like almost as close as brothers. And and obviously, and I like that. That was good seeing them together. And then obviously you find out that you see this amazing like guy in Mandalorian armor, who we all think they're a little bit like Boba Fett, and it's his father.
Boba. Wait, Boba. Boba.
What the fuck?
Boba.
Boba
Fett.
Boba.
Boba.
Boba
Do
Fett.
you think I give a fucking shit what his name
Yes.
is?
Boba.
I don't care.
It's not Jangu.
Boba
It's not
Fett.
Jangu, so it's not Boba.
Jangu and Boba.
Just what? Anyway, okay. So what do you guys hate from the beginning of this film?
It's just not enough happens. It's meant to be this great start of the Clone War, but you don't really care.
Yeah.
And all the
You got
Jedi
very little
die.
clones and
All the Jedi
not
die,
much
but you don't
war.
really give a shit because you don't care
Yeah,
about
the
the
Jedi.
Jedi.
I like the way the Jedi seem just like, oh, we're peacekeepers. Like they're peacekeepers, but they can just like they're the fucking best fighters in the galaxy. Yet they just don't use
I'm
that
a
power at all.
peacekeeper. Well, the thing is, they say they're peacekeepers, and then in the Clone Wars, we see them leading soldiers and doing the exact opposite of peace,
Yeah.
corrupting the Jedi Order.
Yeah, that was whole Palpatine's whole massive like plan, is to make the Order completely fall to pieces. And after that, you get the whole sequence with like Anakin and Padme's relationship, which is, I guess it was nice that we saw the whole love scene. Like they didn't just like throw it on us like some films were like, oh, they're falling in love. What? Like it's just, like there was some chemistry between them, which is what I like. And however, some of the scenes were a bit, dreary and a bit, somber and all that. But after a while, you think that's not bad. I mean, it shows.
Yeah, it was a meh film, I think.
All right, calm down. I didn't hate. I thought the love sequence was shown well. Like they knew what they were doing when they did that. Like George Lucas, I think some of the lines were a bit silly where they go, "I don't like
The
sand."
biggest compliment I can give it.
I don't like sand. Okay, all right.
Yeah, but those are the prequel memes. That's the
Yeah,
quality.
most of the films nowadays have become fucking memes.
But we'll get to Revenge of the Sith in a minute. That's
a big meme.
that's the big film out of the
The best, and probably out of the whole of the whole franchise. To be fair. Anyway,
one that makes.
Anyway, moving on. Obviously we have Obi-Wan goes to Camino, and yeah, that happens. He goes to Camino, and he discovers the weird.
Archives are incomplete.
More memes. And he goes off to meet the, and we discover this huge clone army. We're like, who the and then we're like, oh, they look a bit like stormtroopers. So that's what. So most of us think that they're going to be stormtroopers, which eventually they do become, but not in the way we expect. So yeah, I loved the theme through the whole music, like the whole music throughout. But then the clone theme was just amazing.
The
music's
good.
I mean, the clone theme was great, and especially especially the theme at the end with like they get all the Republic getting ready to war and all that.
Yeah.
That was great. So hope Disney doesn't copyright me for that.
Yeah, I knew you get out.
Anyway, moving on. You have after that you have like the whole Obi-Wan goes to Geonosis and follows a lot. I did like the battle sequence between Jango Fett
I
and
didn't.
But, yeah, it was
That was alright.
Battle of Geonosis wasn't shown.
Oh yeah, that was fucking sick.
It's the first major battle of the Clone Wars.
But anyway, before that, I kind of like the pit fight because I liked how Anakin Obi-Wan
Yeah, I
used
liked
their
that.
skills even without a lightsaber, and even Padme sort of held her own against that fucking like I don't know, it looks like a fucking cat thing. It's probably called something, but I have no idea.
No one knows.
Everything's
There's
called
the
something.
spider one, the rhino one, and the dog
Spider
one.
one. Yeah, I did like that scene. I thought, and it was interesting how I liked the bit with the Jedi turn up and Mace Windu just being fucking badass. Oh, I don't think so, or something like that. No, that's Obi-Wan. Or this party's over. It's just great, and then all the Jedi turn. I thought that was a great scene, seeing all the Jedi like in their full power, and they just they just fucking fucked up. They just screwed up the battlefield until the droids started like pouring out, and then they're sort of getting their asses kicked. I mean, we can't forget how valiant Coleman Trevor were when he jumped up and tried to face off Count Dooku alone and died.
Coleman Trevor. Oh, I
Do you remember the dinosaur guy?
No.
He jumped up and was like, "Oh, come on, bring it, Dooku!" I got bang, he's dead.
Bit in that film.
Yeah,
That's the saddest bit. In that
yeah.
film.
I don't know why he got shot so easily. Like, he's got a lightsaber, deflect the bolts, and he just didn't. He's like, "Nah, I'm immortal. It won't affect me," and just dies.
I am God.
You are God.
I am.
So what's everyone
Are
like
you?
about that film?
clothes.
Attack of the Clones?
the duel at the end.
Yeah,
Brilliant.
I like.
I like the pit fight.
I don't like the
clones.
duel yet.
I
It's
thought
not as good as the other.
the bit when the clones turned up was amazing. I
I
love
didn't
that.
like the duel.
I liked seeing the cloning facility.
Plus, I love
Inconvenient.
Christopher Lee's acting in that film was amazing.
Christopher Lee's acting
Oh,
is always good.
and
It's Christopher
Yoda
Lee.
versus Count Dooku.
Yeah, I did like the thing with Obi-Wan. Anakin just rushing in. It was a bit stupid, a bit tactfully boring.
Yeah, the entire fight is just silly. I don't like seeing Yoda fight.
I
Count
did
Dooku.
like
I
I did like the
I
fight.
don't
scene.
like seeing the fight. I don't like.
The fight scene was good. Like I like seeing how Obi-Wan sort of like held his own quite well against Count Dooku until he just got fucked. And of course the meeting between Obi-Wan and Count Dooku, like a couple like 40 or so scenes earlier, where he's like, "I knew your master" and all that. And this is a great thing to see like them together, because in a way, Count Dooku looks at Obi-Wan like a grandson in a way.
Yeah.
The only thing they didn't explain is why Count Dooku left Qui-Gon Jinn. Why didn't they explain that
Well, because
in the film?
Corrupted.
yeah, he
Yeah.
turned to the dark side.
It was interrupted. He went
But
to the
why
dark
did he
side.
do
He
it,
became a master, and then his Padawan had his own Padawan. So
Yeah.
My Padawan had their own Padawan.
Yoda trained. Literally, it's like a fucking chain. It's like you've got Yoda trained Dooku, Dooku trained Qui-Gon, Qui-Gon trained Obi-Wan, Obi-Wan trained Anakin, Anakin
Yeah.
trained Ahsoka.
Yeah.
Anyway, the fight scene at the end was great with Anakin like showing how like much of a
Anakin.
powerful Jedi he was with holding two lightsabers and just like fucking going at Count Dooku until he got his hand chopped off. Which then explains it sort of fills in the plot hole between when fucking hell, Return of the Jedi when Luke sort of cuts off Vader's hand, it's already like metal there. So it's like, oh, he's had his hand chopped off. So that's how he gets his hand chopped off. But obviously, we don't find
we
out.
sort of assumed that as well.
Yeah, we
Young
don't-
chop.
Back
Hands
then,
were
back
chopped
then
off
we
in
didn't
the
find
end.
out until he
They
was
were
completely
re-chopped
fucking burnt. Yeah.
Double chop.
I like the scene that we saw Yoda in action. Like Yoda's like this badass Jedi. I mean, he saw him in action again, and it was great. And he probably would have killed Count Dooku had Count Dooku not like escaped at the right time.
A lot of survival is up to escaping at the right time.
Yeah. Maybe Yoda should like picked up the fucking like post and just like thrown it at his ship.
Throw the lightsaber at him. Do
Yeah.
a little lightsaber toss, you know.
Yeah, but oh well. But I mean, Count Dooku had to
Oh,
escape so for reasons.
Yoda having a tiny lightsaber is so funny.
He just throws it like, have this bitch. Just
It's
has
like,
it.
oh, he's got a little lightsaber. Look at his little lightsaber. Look at this.
Alright, can you delete that stuff in the Lucian chat real quick? I do not appreciate him posting that.
No, I'm not even gonna
Yeah.
go on that. 'Cause I'm gonna get fucking YouTube on my ass for that.
No, don't worry. It's just pictures of a beautiful face.
Yeah, I'm
It
not
is
buying it.
sleep deprivation. Mm.
All right, moving on.
Doubt it.
Deprivation.
I like the. I don't know. How do you guys feel? What do you like and dislike about the film?
Not
Like I
much.
said, it was the. I think it was the Requel one out of the trilogy.
No, it's not the
But then
weaker one. It's
I'd
the
say-
second
I'd say-
weaker one.
Yeah, I'd say Phantom Menace is more weaker.
Yeah,
It's
the
a-
Phantom Menace is.
Even weaker.
But you got some
No.
weak sauce movies out here, cuh.
Yeah. It's just not that good.
Shut
It's nothing really happens, and I don't really care about the characters yet.
I mean, I feel like it'd be better if they started it like the beginning, like just before
Get rid of
Clone
it.
Wars starts.
They should have started.
Yeah.
No, they should have started just before episode 2. Then they should have had episode 2, and then an episode 3.
Yeah,
And that is they didn't need Phantom Menace to be 10 fucking years before.
exactly.
Completely
Maybe not. Yeah.
insane.
I
That
get
it's
that
so
they
far
wanted to
back.
show off Anakin's sort of origin story in a way and like show
If
out
they could,
where he
if
came
they
from.
wanted to do that, make a prequel trilogy that has episode 1 as its
To
final
be fair, they
episode.
could have done that. They could have done that in the like. They could have made the film a lot longer and just done it like with.
If a if they could have just made a prequel trilogy with episode
they
1.
could
being
have
the
done. They could have
third
put episode
time,
1
so-
into the film, and made it sort of
episode
like,
1 would
shorter.
have been episode 1 would have been episode 0, and then they would
Yeah,
have
they
been
would have made it like a lot shorter, and then they
Yeah.
go like ahead in time and it starts off. with
Julian,
that.
can you go back to chat deletion, please? Okay, thank you. Can you mute him? Just keep him off.
What the fuck is going on? Right.
Yeah, hell on a...
Hey, when you finished, fucking what are you doing?
Strain just keeps posting
Sorry,
annoying pictures of
Yeah,
me.
and it's very funny.
Shut the fuck off.
It's just that you're very funny, man. You're a very funny man.
He's gonna look
so-
back in this video and think, what the he's gonna see us doing this.
Actually, no, I'm I'm Mythic, Aaron. I'm just gonna make it
Yes.
so he can't send files.
Just something
Wait,
like
now YouTube
I
knows
mean-
your names, so you know.
whatever.
I don't care.
Fuck
My
I
it.
name
don't
is-
care.
It is the cause I fight for, not the name that I live under.
Anyway, what do you guys think of the ending to the Clone Wars? Attack of the Clones.
good.
Sorry,
Clone Wars.
Attack of the Clones.
I'm thinking, bloody hell, where you get to that? Attack of the Clones. Yeah, the ending's just a bit shy.
The ending of Star Wars.
I mean, it kind of explains how Padme and Anakin fall in love, and you know, we kind of know who the fuck has sent me a message.
Isn't that the wait? Isn't Attack of the Clones
Oh.
the movie where Anakin's mother dies, or is that?
Yeah.
Yes,
Oh yeah, I
that's
forgot about
good.
that. We forgot to
That's
mention that.
good.
Yeah, because that's a good scene.
Yeah, because Anakin just like goes full Vader and just fucking kills everyone. It's like, oh shit. Oh, and also like the
there
bit
you
where
go.
where
My
we find
number.
out who like Luke's aunt and uncle are. That was interesting.
Oh yeah.
I mean, we
Work
find
who
out a
they
bit
actually
about.
are.
Then we see Anakin's like fucking rage, which is important for Revenge of the Sith. Like he kicks
Yeah, I
in
like
and fucking
the,
kills everyone. Like even like it was fucking even killed like just the children as well, which is a bit fucking extreme. Like holy shit.
The men. It doesn't really make much sense after he says the men, the women, and the children too.
I
Then
feel like
he-
I feel like
She
Padme,
then goes, "Oh, I'm going to definitely love this man. I'm still going to sleep with him, even though he killed children."
Yeah, I feel like Padme would have been like, "Yeah, I'm leaving." Yeah, not going there. But obviously they had to fall in love and all that crap, and you know. But yeah, that's again, love is an important part of the story sometimes, and it may be pretty dreary and sort of makes you want to fall asleep for the half the film. But yeah, I feel like they could have just shortened that love scene a lot.
It's fine.
Like we could have had some scenes of Count Dooku and Cypher Dyas and like flashbacks and
It
shit.
wouldn't
Like,
have been Count Dooku. It should have been Darth Jar Jar.
do you know what? We should be at this rate. We may just
That would have been a much more even as a much okay. My plan is that Darth Maul should have survived, killed Qui-Gon, survived the duel, and should have been the main antagonist in Episode 2.
Yeah.
But which would give Obi-Wan something to do, like to be angry about.
Yeah,
Right.
that is
And-
Master's killer
yeah,
still alive.
So the whole arc of wanting revenge for the death of Qui-Gon wouldn't have been done in the Clone Wars. It would have been done in Attack of the Clones.
Yeah.
And then he would have escaped basically only just at the end.
But then he gets his like
episode 2.
legs cut off.
Right.
And that's, yeah.
Yeah, so he'd be cut in half at the end of episode 2.
Then he
He'd
becomes
be
a
then
spider.
repaired. He'd be repaired in episode 3. He'd then die at the end of beginning of episode 3. At the end of episode 2, we'd see the creation of General Grievous. So he doesn't just fucking appear out of nowhere in episode 3.
Yeah.
When we're supposed to know who he is.
So close to my lightsaber color.
So yeah, so that's how
cool.
I do it. So it actually makes sense.
Yeah, I like that idea actually. At this rate, he may just rewrite the whole fucking Star Wars trilogy from
I would rewrite episode 1 and 2.
I mean, the Clone Wars, that's fine. I wouldn't bother with
episode
that.
3 is perfect, but it just needs more setting up from the previous.
The Clone
To be
Wars,
fair.
the Clone Wars is fine. Don't
I
change that.
love Clone Wars.
Do you feel I did enjoy Star Wars Rebels. I kind of like that. That was good.
I like Star Wars.
Even though the beginning of Star Wars Rebels was kind of slow, it wasn't like they sort of like did the same sort of thing for a while, running away from the Empire, fighting the Empire, running away. It was kind of boring, but after a while, it sort of picked up, especially at the end of that when fucking Darth Vader turned up. We was like, oh fuck, oh it's great.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, that's pretty much it for Attack of the Clones, I guess. I mean, that's it. We've covered everything.
Alright, Revenge of the Sith.
Yep, right. Let's get my whiskey for this one. Alright. The beginning of the film, fucking amazing.
Yep.
I thought it was fucking great. And it sort of showed you that there's a massive war going on, and just great. I love the way the beat of the music, like the dramatic music that's kicking in. It's like, oh shit, it's gonna be good.
2005, just absolutely.
Yeah.
CGI.
The CGI was amazing, and I love the way it sort of panned on the ships as they're flying through, and it did the same thing with the Lego game as well, which you'll it's copied the bits from the movie as well, which is great. And the naval battle, what the fuck? the space battle.
I mean, technically it is a navy.
Anyway,
Technically it is a naval battle.
If you talk about my mod, yeah. The space battles, I love the way it panned on Obi-Wan and Anakin, and you can see sort of how their friendship has developed since Attack of the Clones, and since they're at the Clone Wars, they sort of become closer.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean they're always
Yeah, you
close.
see they're more friends.
Yeah, and they're more.
But it's also more of like a
family.
challenging friendship.
Yeah. And then obviously you see when Obi-Wan says leave the clones, they're just doing their job, and then Anakin's like you can see Anakin's like heartfelt like commitment and kindness towards the clones. Like he doesn't like want them to die for nothing. Like he wants to help them and all that. Like he's seen thousands upon thousands of clones get massacred in the Clone Wars, so he doesn't want that to happen anymore. Which shows off Anakin's cold kindness and all that. And obviously the scene where they go into the invisible hand and they just like cut down loads of droids. That was great. And there's also the deleted scene when they find they find General Grievous holding Shakti and then she dies. But interesting enough, in the Clone Wars, they mention that Shakti has gone off to fight General Grievous, but hasn't been found since. So that sort of, I guess that deleted scene sort of shows you that Shakti was taken either hostage or just killed. But in the deleted scene, she was killed and executed in front of Anakin and Obi-Wan. But yeah, anyway.
Mm.
And then obviously you move on to the scene where they rescue Palpatine, and you sort of wondering to yourself, why the hell have Palpatine's been taken hostage when? But yeah, the whole point of that is that he wanted Anakin to rescue him, and he wanted Anakin to kill Count Dooku. So I mean, if Count Dooku had won, then Count Dooku would have just remained his apprentice. But obviously Palpatine sort of knew Anakin would win because he's a lot more powerful. And I mean, funny enough, Count Dooku was like 80 something in Revenge of the Sith, so.
Yeah.
He was old, yeah.
He was pretty old.
I swear he's meant to be like 70 at
No,
most.
he was like 80.
What the fuck?
To be fair, Han Solo
the
was
powers
like
keep
70.
him alive.
I mean, to be fair, Lando was 80.
Oh my god.
So yeah, then the whole fight scene was great between Obi-Wan and Anakin. It was a lot better than Attack of the Clones because they were a lot better Jedi. They were a lot skilled in the lightsabers, and Count Dooku sort of beat the shit out of Obi-Wan, but I feel like that was a bit easy for him to just beat Obi-Wan like that. I feel like Obi-Wan would have gone down a bit more of a fight instead of just getting hit in the head with a fucking on a post. That was it. It was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
But it made sense to have Anakin beat him, and then Anakin just fucking kills him. Not forgetting how Palpatine goes, "Do it." That was really cool, and I love the way Count Dooku looked at Palpatine like, "Wait, what?"
He realizes that he's just
been fucking betrayed. Yeah.
Yeah, he's just a toy.
And it's something that Maul says, and it's something that Maul says in the Clone Wars as well. Like me and Count Dooku weren't so different as well.
I think I genuinely think Count Dooku didn't know he was supposed to lose the Clone Wars.
Yeah.
I don't think he'd do it.
No, I mean, he couldn't have known because because he wouldn't have gone along with Palpatine, which again makes sense.
He thought that he would win the Clone War. Then under the new separatist government, they'd slowly morph into the Empire.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's what he thought was going to happen.
Bring the Empire in one big fucking...
Yeah, and they'd kill enough Jedi in the war that they could just assassinate the rest.
Yeah.
And then you made General
Grievous 66.
Yeah, Grievous was created, and they would just pin the blame of the war onto, so the war would be blamed on Grievous doing the atrocities and all that.
Anyway, and I love the bit where like Darth Sidious sort of comes out on Sidious in Palpatine, sorry. And you sort of see it. You can see it coming, like his fucking dark side like kicking in. So there we go.
He's wearing a Sith. What's it called? A Sith shimmer or something like that, where you hide what you look like as a Sith.
Yeah.
The Sith. The dark side physically drains you. It makes you look worse because you're.
To be fair, Palpatine's like I don't know how fucking old is he in that film? It's like
I don't know.
I think he's like I don't know. He's fairly old. I mean,
like
fucking his
60,
face is like shriveled as shit. I mean, in Rise of Skywalker, he's like 110 something. Like he's fucking old.
No, he's been cloned and he's basically alive on life support.
Yeah.
So.
But then again, if he was cloned, like in the comics, like he wasn't on life support. He was like fucking in his prime as a clone, like. But obviously, he's still got beat to shit by Luke, so it doesn't matter. That's the Luke we should have seen. Anyway,
there were loads of clones, so the one in Rise of Skywalker is just one that survived the longest.
Yeah. Anyway, then obviously you have like him. You did well, Anakin. He's trying to. You can already see he's trying to lure Anakin to like being to trust him and all that, as well. And then obviously Anakin says I shouldn't have done that, and he knows he shouldn't have done that. But it's sort of Anakin showing his like he's sort of losing control of his like anger. It's just coming out now and again, which is it's just like it's like near foreshadowing.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Well, foreshadowing to in 20 minutes' time.
Yeah. Well, actually, to be fair, I found out Revenge of the Sith spanned 4 days.
Yeah.
So, and then obviously you have the bit.
Wait, no, I swear there's a time jump from just after they do on the landing strip of about a week.
Actually, is it? I thought it was just like a day later or something. Anyway, yeah, they land on there, and then Anakin goes, and Palpatine returns, and...
Actually, no, there's got to be a time skip, because she says she's pregnant, and then at the end of the film, she gives birth.
Yeah, that's got to be at least, at least a few months.
But then again, if you look at what's going on in the Clone Wars, that's literally... No, that's not really months, though, is it, in the Clone... it's difficult.
In the Clone Wars, it isn't months. It can be at most, like, a week, if you extend it.
Yeah,
as much as you physically... Meaning that either Padme is an idiot, or it's fucked up.
Why not both?
Well, Anakin was away. Anakin was away in the
Women know they're pregnant like a month into it.
Yeah, but I don't.
She must be.
She was close to being pregnant because Anakin was on his Outer Rim siege, so she didn't see him for ages. So she must have got like pregnant before that. And
oh my god! Imagine if it turned out that Luke and Leia weren't born from Anakin.
Yes. That's the canon I want.
What canon?
They're
Luke
illegitimate.
and Leia aren't born from
Bastards.
Anakin.
Obi-Wan's the father.
Oh no!
Yes.
That means we don't have to hear any Rey Skywalker. It's fucking
That-
Rey
that would-
Kenobi.
It's
See,
Rey
that would make the
Kenobi.
fight. That would make him killing
Not even
Padme
Rey
make sense.
Skywalker. It doesn't
Yeah,
make any sense.
you
The
fucking cheating
Skywalker
whore.
lineage died like 50
Yeah.
years beforehand.
Exactly. There's just a bunch of bastards anyway. Damn
Yeah, they're all
bastards.
bastards. Some people in CK2 allow their like wives to bang at the kids to create heirs. Like that's not how bloodline works.
See, here was my problem because I was playing CK2 last night. Is my character just couldn't have legitimate children.
Then you give it to the brother.
No, I didn't have a brother. My brother. Okay, I guess this is the place, but the father died early. The father died early in combat, so the kingdom was split between the kingdom of Aquitaine and the kingdom of Navarra. Both of us were under the age of 5, and so I ordered my loyal dukes to execute the king of Aquitaine so I could reassert dominance over my old kingdom. And so I had no
As
brother.
a 5-year-old does.
I had no brother. Well, see, my friends were playing the dukes, so I had control over the duchies.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah.
So I was like-
Bradley has no idea what's going on.
So I was like, boys, this kid, you need to kill him. And they got like 300 plot power, and he died within a month.
Anyway, moving on.
It was pretty good.
We're going
Yeah,
really
sorry.
going off topic. But
Yeah.
then you have the whole I forgot the bit with General Grievous when Anakin and Grievous finally fucking meet. In the Clone Wars, it's a bit silly how they never see each other. Like you think they would have like
Literally
seen each
younger
other.
than I expect.
Somehow your boy just muted his mic. Like, is he alright? Anyway.
No, I just mute to
No.
avoid background noise.
And then you have the whole another happy landing scene. I can't forget that.
Mm-hmm.
And then obviously,
We're still flying
what
half a ship.
yeah, I can't remember what happens after that. It's like oh yeah, because then Obi-Wan then the whole thing with Anakin with Palpatine again becoming his personal representative on the council, which obviously the council doesn't really particularly give
But
it
we do not
like
rank
that.
you the man.
Take a seat, young Skywalker. which all
Let's just take a seat.
I mean, I love the way Anakin goes, "How can you do this? This is outrageous." he just fucking Anakin's not like he's brave. He's not afraid of windy. He will stand up to him. He doesn't give a shit. He's like, "You what?" And you can see some bit of drama between those two. They just don't like each other. And then Palpatine sort of like sows dissent into Anakin. Is like, "They don't trust you, Anakin."
I love these impressions. Can we make an impression channel?
I used to do Emperor Palpatine impression.
Oh, let's
In
do
the
it. Let's
school
hear it. Let's hear it.
Sure, go for it.
What do you want me to say?
I don't know, just say something.
Something in Palpatine.
Let's talk about the Senate.
You can't.
Please don't
I
fucking turn
am
to
the
Yoda
Senate.
then. Oh, the
I
Senate
am
be
the
fined.
Oh god. The dark side is a pathway to
That's horrible.
the unnatural.
I mean, Bradley. Alright, time to hear Bradley's Senate impression. That's amazing.
Okay, go on, Bradley. Go on. See if you can one up me.
Sorry?
I am the Senate.
That was. I am the Senate.
If he had said that
Pretty
in Rise of
good,
Skywalker, he would have pulled
He's
off a
more
victory.
he's more gravelly than me.
If you
I mean, he needs to be more gravelly. So
Yeah,
it'll work.
yeah. So I'm the smooth Palpy.
Yeah, that's like
I'm the
smooth.
cool uncle. I'm the cool Uncle Palpy, and you're the. you're the
I have
rated
no
uncle.
words.
I am the Senate.
Commander Cody, the time has
Your anger
come.
guide you.
Execute.
Order 66.
I'm fucking talking. Execute Order 66. It will be done, my lord.
Done, my lord.
That was a good laugh.
Do it again. Do it. Fucking do it again. Do it.
Oh my god, that's really good. That's terrifying. Scary bastard.
You don't know
See-
the
see-
power of the
see-
dark side of the Force.
See that if Disney needs someone to replace Ian, more than happy.
I can
to-
imagine you just sitting there in the fucking robe going, "No, young
Sorry, Ian.
Skywalker,
You found
I'm
someone better
afraid
than you.
the shows be quite operational when your friends arrive." I mean, how do you do it with fucking James, that little stuck-up prick from work?
Okay, guys, this isn't a gossip channel.
Get him now.
Yeah, Bradley, how's it go?
Wait, what are we talking about?
When you say
Right,
something about
in
James
James-
and Palpatine voice, how's it go?
Kill him. Do it.
It's like a fucking
It's kind of
Dalek.
like a half Gollum impression.
No, I can. Yeah, it sounds like Gollum and a mix of a Dalek. Self-isolate. You ever see that video of that Dalek goes up the road going self-isolate, self-isolate, or you'll be exterminated. It's fucking amazing.
So they showed like the Terminator, like, get in now.
Nice to see you. Get out. This has turned into a fucking podcast of impressions.
Yes.
Oh, no.
Anyway,
The
anyway.
impression. I
Anyway,
cannot do a single impression at all.
anyway,
At all.
back to the task at hand.
I used to do Dalek impression. Anyway, back to Star
Do it.
Wars.
Do it. They do a Cyberman impression. That's good.
Cyberman, and no one can do a Cyberman.
Delete. No, you have like a robot
Try
voice.
a Cyberman.
Huh? I just did.
Do it again. I didn't hear it.
Do it.
Do it again.
The doctor
it.
must be deleted. Nah, that's pretty shit.
You're just talking in a
Oh,
monotone way.
shut up.
No, fuck us all.
I am inevitable. I mean, Bradley does a great Thanos impression.
I hope
You
I
will
can't
be
do Thanos.
exterminated.
This
You
universe
fucking
requires
bastard.
correction.
Bradley, you just sound black.
Ah,
Black.
The Black Panther
Thanos.
rises again.
I'm Bernie
Oh,
Sanders,
no.
and I hate America.
This really is the racism podcast.
Have you guys seen that video of Kylo Ren saying the M word? It's that scene when
It's just the racism podcast, isn't it?
yeah, pretty much.
Yeah,
I mean,
I'm Bernie
if you- I
Sanders,
mean, my
and in
channel
my
is full of
America,
racism
right
racism
now.
is number
Do you know-
one.
I'm just waiting for. Oh, for God's sake, but it's the N-word.
Yeah,
Oh,
fucking.
oh.
It's a shame they're not here, but they don't know
I'm
Star
Bernie
Wars, so there you
Sanders,
go.
and I will say the N-word.
Yeah, Nathan, because I know you watch these videos. Yeah, I know you don't like Star Wars. I know you don't. You've only watched one fucking film. He's only watched Rise of Skywalker, and that's it.
He kept asking us, "Who's Darth Vader?" And I was like,
Oh my
Darth Vader.
Yeah, Bradley.
Hey, guys,
expect a message.
People
Expect a
being
message
brain
back.
dead. That's not.
Expect a
Serious
message back,
question,
Bradley.
guys.
Pity them.
And-
Pity the
and-
disabled.
And then he goes, "What's a Skywalker?" And I was like,
Ah,
"What's a Skywalker?"
Well, she just took his name. Yes, she did.
exterminate him.
Anyway,
It's like-
back to fucking Revenge of the Sith, because we're just like we got miles off topic now. Fucking hell.
We tracked all the way. We got to Daleks.
What-
That's how far away we
what- what-
With the fucking Thanos as well.
Is
Hey,
it-
guys,
is it crossover episodes?
Guys, serious question, no joke answers here. What's the Death Star?
Oh my god, well, I don't fuck it. It's just a moon, obviously.
That's
Anyway, back to the task at hand, alright? Back to the task at hand, okay.
Yeah.
Right, so.
The end.
No,
Oh,
no, fuck off. We haven't got anywhere near to the end. Piss off. Right, okay. So, we have the whole scene. We've been trying to get Lura Palpatine. Shall we just skip to the bit where fucking Obi-Wan gets to Utapau? I mean, I like the scene where Obi-Wan and Anakin say goodbye to each other. It's like it's their last meeting as friends.
Friends.
Yeah, and later on. Oh, no. And
Turned her against me.
Alright, calm, easy.
I hate you!
You underestimate my power.
He gets his leg chopped
Power.
off. Power! Unlimited
Peter.
power! Anyway, moving
Peter.
on. Guys, Peter, what?
hello there.
Hey, Peter.
Oh, God.
What is that? What is that supposed to be?
Fucking Family Guy, come on.
That's
come
not
on.
a Family Guy
Right.
funny moment.
Right, guys, come on. Let's get
Like,
to
I
the.
find it.
Okay, so the bit when Obi-Wan comes to goes to Utapau is cool. I love the
yes.
the battle scene between General Grievous and him was amazing. And in the Clone Wars,
Oh.
it sort of leads up to that if you watch it. Bradley, unfortunately, just doesn't watch the Clone Wars because he thinks he's better than that. But alright. Yeah.
Obviously, come on.
Okay. The Clone Wars. The battle with Utapau was great. There's a bit when Obi-Wan jumps down. Hello there. It's fucking great. And in the Clone Wars, General Grievous is the first one to say hello there, which is kind of funny. And the fight scene is great. I loved the bit. And Obi-Wan just like takes on 4 lightsabers at once, like the most baller thing to do.
What's nice is that there's the case of far too many lights.
Yeah.
Like far too many lightsaber fights. There's like 4 of them in one film.
Yeah, but that's fucking amazing. It's great. It makes it more entertaining and more fucking duels are better. Anyway, you have that fight scene which is amazing, and Obi-Wan.
It does sometimes like decrease the grandiose of them. Like Anakin versus Obi-Wan would be much cooler if we hadn't seen Obi-Wan and Anakin fight people already, and if there wasn't another fight happening simultaneously.
That's true, but it's a great film. And of course,
it's by far the best Star Wars film in my opinion.
I agree.
Because it doesn't. People say Empire is the best, but they only like it because it's in the original trilogy, and the other 2 are a bit meh.
I would probably say the second favorite is Return of the Jedi because it's just so good. But anyway, we can discuss the original
Love
trilogy
Return of the
another
Jedi? Really?
Yeah, I think it's
the original's next, aren't we? Anyway.
Probably.
Yeah, it's by far the best because it shows the deconstruction of a character. You watch as the Jedi genuinely do become the bad guy, as they say that they need to continue the war, and they need to take over the Senate in order to ensure there's a proper
and security
transition of power.
Yeah.
So you see it from Anakin's point of view, and they do genuinely ask things of him that they shouldn't be asking him, and you see him collapse. He collapses in on himself out of stress and pressure. As the entire,
I forgot about the nightmare sequence.
Coruscant itself works as a metaphor for everything coming to an end. It starts in the dawn. You then go through the film as it slowly reaches until it's during Order 66. It's nighttime, and it genuinely feels as if the entire sort of civilization that we knew is falling, and it's grandiose. It's full of epic one-liners like "Democracy dies" with thunderous applause, and like on every level.
Can you repeat that again? Because I just accidentally left the fucking call.
Which bit do you want me to?
Go back to the bit when you're talking about Coruscant.
About what?
Oh, the Coruscant bit.
Oh, for fuck's sake! Okay, fine. Coruscant, right? So the film starts off at dawn. It then goes throughout the day as it slowly reaches night. And by the time you're in Order 66, it's nighttime to show that the sort of this collapse of the entire universe's government and the system that exists. And it's full of sort of epic one-liners like
do it.
And my favourite one-liner is "This is how democracy falls with thunderous applause."
Yeah, it's almost the same with like the Roman Republic in a way. Like they were a republic for a very long time, and then they went to an empire.
It's also kind of a big metaphor for Nazism. That's less important because it's more like a Citizen Kane if you've seen Citizen Kane. Because you watch this character that you love and who is a lovable rebel become a controlling, arrogant, angry, hate-filled man who eventually, who you see become Darth Vader, and you see the Empire form in front of you.
It's a really tragic story.
It genuinely feels apocalyptic. It feels like the world is ending as you watch it.
Yeah.
And you try and sympathize with Anakin as he does more and more evil things. And you try and work out who's the good guys and who's the bad guys, and because it's ambiguous, you don't know.
In a way, most
both
stuff
sides doing good and bad things.
Yeah.
And it's genuinely really sad when Order 66 happened. And what I think diehard fans didn't understand when they first saw it is the fact that it's ambiguous. It's the fact that it isn't just an easy good and evil like the original trilogy was, and that's why they don't prefer it, because they don't understand it, because they're idiots.
Yeah.
Yes, I am saying that people who
People
prefer
suck.
People who prefer Empire Strikes Back to Revenge of the Sith are idiots. Yes, I am saying that, but it's true.
That's true. Yeah, I agree.
Because if you can't see the sort of the moral complexity that exists in Revenge of the Sith, and you think, ooh, Boba Fett say cool thing with cool armor, and oh look, and oh look, there's a battle and stuff, one lightsaber fight, and it's decent, I guess.
But,
And then there's that
it's
one
more
line which was, yeah, people love the are you my father? You are my I am your father scene, which only has any form of emotional significance
because it's
if you
like a
watched
huge
it in
shock.
cinemas at the time.
It's like a fucking huge. It's like, oh, what the fuck?
Yes, but it's only a shock if the prequels
Yeah.
don't exist. But it's not. It's not something you can kind of commend the film for anymore because it doesn't deliver that.
It's more of a shock for Luke because he's like, what? Because Obi-Wan's like, oh yeah, your
But
father's
we
dead.
Don't feel the shock anymore. So I don't commend the film for it.
But yeah, Revenge of the Sith. I do like about films that have more political like stuff going on that rather than just battle scenes. It's nice to have a bit of political. It's like why I watch Game of Thrones.
It shows more of the clones. It shows more of the clones, and the clones are cool.
And I like the bit of the clones looked very much like stormtroopers. Obviously, they weren't, but they looked.
Yeah.
It's almost like a.
Well, the thing is, the clones throughout the series, the clones eventually their armor started to change.
Yeah.
As they went along to the ages, as they got more advanced armor.
Eventually,
they
whole.
look like Mandalorians initially, and then they get phase
That's
one
because their armor was originally based off.
They just can't fucking
and
hit
then they
anything.
get phase 1 armor, which looks really uncomfortable, and then they get phase 2 armor, which is like between stormtroopers and.
Yeah.
And then you get stormtrooper armor. Even some of the like clone commandos and Bad Batch, if you've seen Clone Wars, Bad Batch look like more like stormtrooper helmet than clone helmet.
Now, I'm pretty sure the Bad Batch has actually joined the Empire as well, which is quite interesting to think.
Yeah, they did. I wanted to see them in the Siege of Mandalore.
Yeah, that would have been great.
Yeah, I wanted to see it in the Siege of Mandalore. I wanted to see them in the Siege of Mandalore, then turn on Ahsoka. Or even just a shot.
And it makes you. And if it was Echo, if Ahsoka kills Echo, that will make it like really emotional. Because like she knows who Echo is. She's been friends with Echo for like years. Since
that'd be too far. That'd be too sad.
Yeah, we'd all fucking cry. Anyway, we discussed the Clone Wars another time, but yeah. Anyway, obviously after whether we got to the Grievous bit, so then back at the Jedi, like the Coruscant, everything's kicking off. And I love the way Palpatine sort of reveals that Anakin is a Sith Lord and all that. That was just a great sort of reveal, and Anakin immediately he's loyal to the Jedi at first, and then eventually Palpatine sort of gets into his head saying, "I have the power to save her," and all that crap, and and obviously he gets empowered, and Anakin just like he's not sure about it, but he knows he has to do the right thing and tells Windu. Like Anakin's loyalty to the Jedi is immense. Like, he tries to stay loyal to the Republic and the Jedi, but after a while he sort of feels it's fallen to shit. So he tells Windu. Windu goes for there, and they have the great fight scene. The thing that I didn't like about the fight scene is that the Jedi Masters went down, like the other 3 Masters went down fucking easily. Like, fucking, what's it, Kit Fistu died easily. The other 2 died. Like, you think they would have put up a bit more of a fight instead of just like getting stabbed and that was it. So yeah, I wasn't expecting like Windu to actually beat Palpatine, but
yeah,
he did. But yeah, obviously, but Windu beat him. But sort of, like, it sort of shows you Mace Windu is probably pretty fucking. I feel like Palpatine lost on purpose. He knew Anakin was coming, and he wanted Anakin to turn to the dark side by striking against him.
Well, one of the things was he wanted Anakin to see the Jedi attacking the Chancellor because he knew Anakin would only see it through the eyes of look at the corruption.
Yeah.
If they're attacking the Chancellor, what more can they do? How much power would they have? Yeah.
It's why in Star Wars, everyone's like associates a evil character, good character. There are no black and white. It's most of it's normal grey. Like, some characters can be really fucking evil, but they have their own motivation to do so. Like the whole reason Palpatine created his empire was to combat the Yusung Vong that was coming. Like he knew all about that. That's why he constructed the empire. That's why that's why he did what he did.
We're not considering the Yuzang Vong.
Oh bollocks! I don't care. They're fucking great.
Yes, but they aren't canon, so they aren't canon. Which means in my head canon, right? The Old Republic is canon, and the sequel trilogy is not.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, I like everything up,
everything
up to about just before A Force Awakens is amazing. Like I love Mandalorian at the moment; it's great.
No, Solo's good.
Yeah, that was good.
So was Rogue One.
And obviously
There's a long list of good.
I mean, I wish they're gonna do some more. I think they're gonna do some more Clone Wars at some point. But the problem is a lot of the stuff. A lot of the
takes place after the fall of the.
No, it doesn't matter. Anyway, the Clone Wars. I feel like the Clone Wars, the reason they didn't do so much is because they had a lot of stuff that was sort of wasn't completely canon, so they had to sort of think, wait, that might make sense, and yeah, it's a bit of a mess, really. Another cool thing about the thing that I wish they left canon was the whole Jedi Academy, like Jedi Knight Academy game. Like that was great, especially the Republic Commandos.
Academy, no, that's a really good game.
The Republic Commando game, that was good. And then obviously Star Wars Battlefront 2 2005, that was great.
Empire Wars good. Empire Wars.
Because I love the campaign that it's like it's from the point of view of the clones. I haven't played that, no.
Oh no, you need to. It's basically like Risk mixed with Medieval 2, but on a.
Oh, I've played it. I've played it.
It's fantastic, isn't it?
It's pretty good, yeah.
I'm too busy playing this.
There's also a very similar Lego version on the tablet at one point.
Lego version. What?
Yeah, I know. It was on the tablet, and it was like basically Risk, but on the. I mean, I know Risk is mostly a mobile game.
Yeah, I'm not too bothered about games that like Star Wars Risk sort of games.
It's mostly a board game.
I'm talking about the modern Risk that people play.
Oh, well, that's got nothing to do with Star Wars.
Very few people still have the board game. Most people now know it for being that game you can get on the phone.
Yeah.
And then you have to pay money if you want to play more than the basic campaign.
Anyway, obviously the whole
Revenge of the Sith is by far the best Star Wars film I've find.
Anyway, we haven't even got to the bit where Anakin kills Mace Windu, but Anakin kills Windu. Well, he cuts with his hand, and Palpatine does the rest. But I love the bit where you finally see Palpatine what he actually looks like under being the Sith Lord. Like he generally looks like he does in the original trilogy, but just a bit, I guess, a bit newer and younger, and probably better makeup and CGI. But that was great. And I love the bit where Palpatine sort of seduces Anakin into becoming. And then a bit when he goes, your new name is Darth Vader. And it was like, this is it. It's the bit we've been waiting for. So that was great when he says that, and he's like, and especially the bit I love when Cody gives Obi-Wan his lightsaber, said, I think you'll be needing this. It's almost foreshadowing that he's gonna fight Anakin or someone later on. It was interesting. It was great. And I bet Cody was probably thinking, why the fuck did I give him that? And then another bit when he gets the call and it's like, execute order. I mean, we all like, what the fuck's Order 66? And all of a sudden, oh no. And and then the Jedi just get gunned down. It was fucking... After watching the Clone Wars and then watching that scene, it's emotional. Because in the Clone Wars, you started to, form a bond and love with those characters, and all of a sudden you just see them get gunned down.
What's so cool is at the end of the original Clone Wars thing, you could start to see Order 66 getting uncovered because the clones found the chips that they had embedded in their skulls. And you're like, for somebody who, because I watched all of the Clone Wars before I watched Revenge of the Sith.
Well,
so for me,
ones. Well, the
animated ones.
All right.
Yeah, I watched all of them, and it was cool seeing them kind of get to that.
Yeah.
Build up to that event. I mean, the thing is, Order 66 was already pretty well known.
Yeah.
Because I had been on the internet for a while by then. But
I mean, back when the film first came out, everyone was like, "Holy fuck!" And it's also George Lucas. It's also a reference to I think it was like a Roman emperor, and he sort of like orders like his troops to kill eat like high-ranking generals that are close to usurping his throne or something like that, and he just like fucking begins executing all these generals. It's inspired by that, but on this, it's a much grander fucking version. Like it's emotional when you see like the clones that have fought beside these Jedi for 3 years, and all of a sudden they just shoot them without hesitation, and because of the chips inside of them, they just immediately shoot them. And yeah, it's just fucking brutal. And when you think about it, it's like all those, and even the Padawans and young people getting shot to pieces.
The younglings.
And also the bit with, and you can also sense Yoda like thinking, "Fuck, something's happened." And a lot of bit Yoda's like he's about to get shot, and he just jumps up and cuts off both their heads, both of the clones' heads. That's amazing. I like the bit when he met Chewbacca as well, and I thought that was a nice little nod to the original trilogy. Yeah. It's to show how old Chewbacca really is. He's fairly old, and yeah. But yeah, and then obviously Obi-Wan survives. I mean, obviously he's going to survive. I mean, it's pretty much well known. And then he just goes, and then he escapes, and then he finds Bail Organa, and then Bail Organa sort of reveals himself to be like a Jedi friend. Like he's no fan, and he's also, and we start to realize that he's the adopted father of Leia.
Yep.
And but yeah, it's a hell of a scene. All the seats, it's great. The way they did it was amazing. and also the scene with Anakin just marching into the Jedi Temple like with the hood up, like he's completely turned with the hood on. And that's like it reminds me of that scene in Empire Strikes Back when he comes through the Echo base with stormtroopers behind him. It is great. And of course, and the way he just goes, it's a shame. I'm really sad that we didn't get to see a lot of happen in the temple. Like we just saw the odd clips from it, and we didn't. I mean, obviously, I'm not going to see the fucking younglings getting slaughtered because it's a fucking 12.
That would have been such a great.
It would be great. I would have loved to see it, but I'm kidding. I'm fucking kidding.
I would have loved to see it.
But I kind of wish we've seen some of the stuff we saw in Revenge of the Sith game, where Anakin fights Jocasta Nu, the librarian. He fights I can't remember his name. Like,
well, to be honest, it was nice and concise. I think it didn't really need anything else.
Yeah,
I think it was only emotionally effective because we didn't see much.
Yeah, I feel like it would have been cool if we had seen Anakin fighting some of the high-ranking Jedi, but I mean, you do see it in the hologram, but I guess it's not the same. And yeah, and after that, you have Obi-Wan and Yoda finally find each other, and they sort of discuss what's happened, and don't know who survived, etc. And then eventually they go to the temple. I think it's really cool seeing Yoda and Obi-Wan, fighting off the clones. Like they know they have to fight them or they're gonna die, so they have no choice.
Yeah.
And you see no remorse in Yoda and Obi-Wan. This is just cut down clone after clone. You didn't see choice.
It. Yeah, they're beyond emotion. That's kind of
yeah. Apart from the ones who've taken their chips out, but yeah.
No, I'm saying that the Jedi are beyond emotion.
Oh yeah, I know.
They don't care that they were their friends. They've got a mission to do.
Yeah, they got to do what
they're
must be done.
They're heartless in the way that the Sith aren't. The Sith do think to kill for the pleasure of it. Jedi, if they kill, they don't care that they're killing.
Yeah. And of course, then they go. You didn't see it in the temple, but you imagine they probably killed a few of them inside the temple as well. And,
Oh yeah.
And then they find out the younglings have been killed, and you start to realize someone's turned to the dark. There's a Jedi's been involved here. That's killed more of the younglings.
Yeah, we know already.
I mean, obviously we know, but Yoda and Obi-Wan like, who the hell could it be? And then they find the recording, and then they're like, I guess, yeah. But then they see the recording, and it's like it's Anakin, Obi-Wan, and Yoda. Yoda sort of like he did the face where he kind of knew, and Obi-Wan just
Yoda
couldn't believe
he sensed it.
Yeah,
he knew that his force sense.
I reckon Obi-Wan sensed it, but he just didn't believe it. But until he saw it, he was like, nah.
In canon, they had clouded vision throughout the entirety of the Clone Wars. They couldn't really see the
dark side clouds everything. Yeah,
the dark side, the future that was the dark side was clouded.
Yeah,
That means they couldn't see Palpatine. example, despite it being really, really obvious.
Yeah.
Because
You start
by the
realize,
end
mate,
of
yeah.
No, because I know it's really obvious from our perspective, but looking at what they said, what Obi-Wan says that they know about from the Clone Wars,
Yeah.
it is even more obvious
Mm.
because he says they know that the Darth Sidious has been working from both sides and orchestrated the entire war. Now, who is in charge on their side?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't
It's,
think they.
it's a wizened old man. Right? Who's in charge on their own side? Their side. Oh, it's a wizened old man. Maybe they're the same person. Because that would make sense.
Nah.
Yeah.
The person who orchestrated the war to be the person in charge. Well, who do they expect it to be? Some random fucking.
I mean, to be fair, in their defense,
human resources or something.
In
Bill
their
Bloggs
defense,
was in human resources.
in their fucking
Steve from the
defense,
HR department.
in the Jedi's
Steve from the
defense,
HR department.
Revenge of the HR department.
but anyway,
You will
the bit
be catalogued.
I love the bit when Obi-Wan's like, no, don't send me to fight Anakin, but then Obi-Wan eventually just gives in. He's like, yep, gotta do it. He doesn't want to, but I think Obi-Wan
will
feels
do
like
what
he can.
Must, as he says.
He feels like he can sort of bring Anakin back. I think that's why he eventually gave.
Well, yeah,
in
that's
to
why
go.
he went there. He tried. He made an effort.
Yeah, but anyway, can we talk about the fight scenes between Yoda, Sidious, Anakin, Obi-Wan? Fucking hell, the choreography, the effects,
okay,
the CGI,
but
amazing.
Oh,
Yoda and Sidious one is fine. It's just a decent battle.
Yeah, I
But
think
the-
Anakin and Obi-Wan
oh
are
my
more
God,
hot,
The
more
Anakin and
emotional.
Obi-Wan is phenomenal.
Though
Yeah,
I do think it was amazing to see Yoda and Sidious have their final fight
I think
together.
it's the best battle because it's actually emotionally driven, whereas
Yeah.
Duel of the Face is just cool.
Yeah.
It's
Yoda
not emotionally.
I do like the fight between Yoda and Sidious. It's like two old enemies finally fucking having
But
each other.
they've never met before.
It's no true.
In-
Well, no,
in
in the
that- in
Clone
that
Wars,
episode.
in the Clone Wars, he did in a way.
I've never met Ace Rand. I don't like him.
Yeah.
He has become the very thing we swore to destroy.
Yeah, but no one likes Ace Rand, whereas
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm still confused how he has so many more
Oh, by the way,
subscribers than I do.
he's blocked.
Okay, I don't understand how he has that many subscribers.
He is like
Can you
nearly
kick him
500.
from
It's like
the
what the
Frozen Stag
fuck?
Discord?
Oh, yeah, he has to do something bad. Otherwise, he's gonna look like I'm a fucking tyrant.
Kick him from the Frozen
again-
Stag Discord, please.
Then again, do I
You
care?
want me to give you a free Casus Belli to kick him from the Discord?
Yeah,
Posted my phone number in general.
I just
kicked
yeah,
him,
you
I
could
kicked
that.
him from mine and blocked him.
That's right. I just phone up the Pope and be like, yeah, can I have an invasion? I'm sure the Pope will be like,
There's
yeah,
your
yeah,
free
yeah. It's all God's
Ask the
will,
council.
God's plan, you know.
Ask your council. I bet it's full of loyalists and few.
My council. Oh God.
So I'll pay you $5 if you say you'll vote for me in this democratic
I mean,
vote.
my council is made up of one Brazilian guy, some English guy from fucking Harmon's Water, some
Yeah.
black man, a black guy, a fucking
black guy,
an
that's
ex
just his
Spetsnaz
personality.
an ex Soviet Spetsnaz officer, and yeah, that's my council.
It's great.
It could have been worse.
Please don't send me back to Afghanistan.
Oh, God.
Anyway, the fight scene between Yoda and Sidious was good,
It's
but
alright, but the Anakin Obi-Wan one is great.
oh, it's much better. It
Summed up.
it was great to see them fight, and the bit when Anakin just loses shit with Padme and just chokes her and all that, and it's when you can finally see that Anakin's completely gone. That's not Anakin anymore. And Yoda
When he's
and
his own fucking wife.
Obi-Wan tries to
That is
talk
level
Anakin.
left across the line.
Like Obi-Wan tries to make Anakin see reason, see what he's doing is completely wrong and just isn't right. But
Fighting for the Republic, for democracy.
yeah.
I hate you.
But yeah, the whole fight scene was great, especially on Mustafar as well. It's just a
Yeah.
Oh my
incredible
God,
place.
Obi-Wan's speech is so good.
I actually
Oh my God.
I actually
The
really
practical
like the
effects
scene.
of how Anakin looks so cool.
To be fair, the acting and choreography they did together, and how much I think they spent at least at least a month training for that
About
fight.
£5.
Huh?
That's the effects budget.
Either way, it's amazing.
No, I think one of the really good underrated scenes is when Anakin also butchered the Sith governors.
Oh yeah, that was good as well. It's that bit that Anakin just didn't care. Yeah, he just didn't
Yeah, it was
give
like
it. He
a-
just wanted to fucking end the war, and he would do whatever it takes. It's
In
like
my
he
head
just went
canon,
full ruthless.
in my head canon, that guy at the end of the table, he's still alive. Because you never see him die.
Well, no, you see
He
his
just-
body on the floor. You like, yeah, he's fucked. Unless he's like having
No,
a
you know,
sleep.
he says he's there at the end of the table. Then Anakin turns towards the camera. You see his like.
I
yellow
thought
eyes and the
that
door
was
shut.
great. I thought that was a good scene because it just
Yeah.
shows Anakin's turn to the dark. He's like, I mean, it's sad because I loved Anakin in the Clone
They
Wars, Attack of the
introduced him
Clones.
as Lord Vader as well. They introduced him as Lord Vader, which is like the first time anyone introduces him as Lord Vader. We've been expecting you.
I did love that, and especially the bit in the. As a kid, I loved Anakin. I thought he was an amazing character, and I loved him.
He's an amazing character.
But after
so much
Revenge of the
Yeah.
Sith, I was like, I was like a kid, so I was obviously heartbroken when Anakin just went full evil. I was like, what?
I wasn't. I just jumped sides. I liked the Republic, and then I liked the Empire.
I mean, Bradley's always been a fan of the Senate, so you know.
I love
The Senate.
I love the clones. Just the thought of like
Yeah,
a
they're
clone
great.
army.
It-
I love the Republic, and I think the Empire was basically its continuation,
yeah.
just under slightly different terms.
To be fair, the Empire it's a bit like fucking Hitler, really. They did the right things, but they just went about it completely wrong. Like killing all the Jews, like going mass slaughter of the Jews is just ridiculous. They should never have done that. Don't
Yeah.
fucking defend his actions.
No. I was
Don't you dare.
about to defend the Empire. It's about to defend the Empire, but just on a different level. Is it because the thing is, when you hear interviews of people from talking about the Third Reich, no one ever describes it as a very good process. Everyone says it was very inefficient. It was more or less like controlled chaos. People really don't have anything good to say about it, you know?
Yeah, I mean Hitler did the same thing as the Empire, and sort of it's very based off Nazi Germany. When like Hitler was very like he made people fear him, a bit like how the Emperor or the people fear him, and are scared to fucking rise up against him because they know he'd die. And in a way, Hitler did some great things for the country, for Germany, but just not for anyone else.
I don't exactly know if he did anything good for the country.
Well, he did some things. I don't exactly know what. I mean, he sorted out the economy.
employment.
He got the military back to protect Germany, and like he did some good things. But killing Jews was not one of them. And probably, I mean, invading countries. Every medieval king has done that before, so it's it's natural. So, but he just sort of just slaughtered like the people that didn't deserve to die.
But he kind of brought the economy back
Yeah.
by taking out Jewish businesses and replacing them. And then yeah, I mean you could say Germany had an 100% employment rate, but only for men.
Yeah. Also, it's very interesting that Hitler had a very big interest in like dark mystics and religious stuff, like the Ark of the Covenant and all that. Even though it's in Indiana Jones, but realistically, he had an interest in it in real life. But he just they just never actually found it, obviously.
What do you mean, dude?
I mean, for those who don't know, Bradley's actually a distant relative of the Führer. Isn't that right, Bradley?
Stein.
Yeah, you can tell by his Stein. That's apparently. What does that mean, Bradley?
I don't know.
I mean, realistically, Bradley's actually like a bit like related to a German person.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm like,
we
what,
all?
one
Yeah. Actually, to be fair,
Isn't half of Europe related to a German person?
To be fair, we're sort of related from Saxon/Roman, so yeah. So it's or either that or we just like Celts and shit.
I'm not Celtic at all.
I mean,
I'm half.
I mean,
I'm
with a name
actually
like Julian, you're obviously gonna be like distant Roman, so you know.
No,
Bradley's obviously. I don't know. Bradley.
I'm French and Spanish.
I'm half Spanish, right? I'm quarter Irish and a quarter English.
Hmm.
So I'm actually not really from this country.
Oh, fucking
Yeah, you aren't
infidel.
welcome here.
Infidel.
Mostly not from this country.
Anyway, we're going off topic. Back to and then obviously you have the fight scene between Obi-Wan and Amazing, and you get the gist. And then I love the bit where Anakin he's really overconfident. He's like, "You're underestimating my power." He just fucking does it because he thinks he can kill Obi-Wan. Well, he fails fucking horribly. And you sort of you have the whole dialogue between Obi-Wan and Anakin going, "You're my brother,"
Obi-Wan had
and
the
all that.
cheat codes.
Cheat codes.
He was straight up using.
I mean, to be fair, the
AM1
high ground is an
attacks.
advantage. Have you ever played CK2 with an even matched army, and then the enemy have the high ground? You're basically fucked.
Dude,
That's
we were
it.
playing yesterday. We were in a 300 versus 1100, and we still managed to pull it off because of our
You're in a river
morale.
crossing mountain or something.
No, I don't know how we did it. We just broke their right flank and managed to pull it
Better
back.
commanders. Did they not have commanders?
Oh, they had commanders. It's just I think we were better. I think we had more morale. It's
Yeah.
just in general, our armed forces were better.
But yeah,
All
anyway, I
300 of our
love the
legislators.
dialogue between Anakin and Obi-Wan, and Anakin just like not just hating Obi-Wan forever.
Obi-Wan.
But yeah,
Hey, what's
that
up,
was
guys?
great. And the scene between Anakin, like it used to give me nightmares seeing Anakin get burnt. It was like holy fuck, because I'd never seen it as a kid before, and it was just scary. I'm sure a lot of you guys probably felt a bit fucking holy shit, especially when you were like a kid. Is it just
Yeah, I
me?
was like, Mummy, Mummy, Daddy, turn it off, Daddy, oh my God, see this bit. He's like, he's only getting burned. I was like, oh my God.
I mean, to be back then, we were like, holy fuck, we've never seen anything like that before, and it was just scary to watch. But that scene after watching it again as an adult, and you look back at it and think, that was, I mean, the CGI was amazing. It was just great.
It actually, from memory, the CGI was way worse than I remember it being. To
In
be
what?
honest,
No,
in
compared
the
to
Obi-Wan fight with Anakin.
and compared to
Oh,
films,
no, it actually looks really. No, I think it looks really good.
yeah, I mean the choreography was a lot
parts with
better.
The lava, the parts with the lava was so cheesy.
Yeah, I
and just
guess,
looked
yeah,
so
you
bad
mean,
No,
yeah.
I think I still think it looks good.
Only the
parts.
parts where they're like moving around the lava, like the actual lava itself. The actual lava world itself. I don't know why I can't remember its name. Please, someone help me out.
Mustafar.
Mustafar, yeah, it looked great, but Mustafar itself looked great, but the actual fight on the lava, I don't know.
I know what you mean, yeah.
Once they got on land, it
Yeah,
looked
so
fine.
yeah,
with me.
Well,
Fighting those
films,
droids,
at least that
like-
film had some sort of heart and character. But fucking Rise of Skywalker, I mean, the CGI was amazing, but the fucking combat was just shit.
All of
The fighting in Last
Trilogy
Jedi
is
was
soulless.
shit.
all of it is soulless.
I mean, the way Ray had no fucking training at
Ray
all.
Skywalker.
Fucking
Ray
don't
Skywalker.
don't get me
Ray
fucking started on
Skywalker.
that. Don't get me fucking started.
It's Ray Skywalker,
Shut
The
the
homeless
fuck
girl.
up with that.
dude.
Oh,
Don't
just-
make fun of Ray
Cool.
Skywalker.
Ray Skywalker.
Dude,
I'm a Skywalker.
not cool.
So Bradley, what's your opinion
I'm
on
Ray
Skywalker?
It was all good until episode 9. They just messed it up.
I remember
The Rise of
me and you
Skywalker
watched it in the
is
cinema, and we were-
the
we-
rise of my boner.
What the fuck? Remember me and Bradley, we watched it in the cinema and we were like, oh my god. And we just loved a bit when he went Darth Vader bit. That was just great. Oh god.
I open every voice.
I didn't watch Rogue
Inside
One in
your
the
head.
cinemas.
Oh, that was
I
great.
didn't watch any of the anthology films in cinemas. I just couldn't be asked. So I didn't think Rogue One would be good, and I didn't think Solo would be good. So I watched them about 7 months later.
I mean, you were wrong. I mean, Solo probably wasn't
They
the
were-
best film, but I like Solo because the
No,
references were
Rogue
great.
One is my second favorite Star Wars.
I like Rogue
I
One.
think-
I think the bit at the end with Rogue One was the best bit. Well, we can discuss that in another video.
Yeah.
Because
Which
I
one
think
anthology
it's
one?
Bradley's favourite scene in the whole fucking film series.
Oh.
Darth Vader's cutting
Yeah,
up people.
quite right too.
Yeah.
Quite right too.
Anyway, back to
Well,
the last of the prequels. You see the Palpatine sort of like he still cares about Anakin. In a way, if you think about it, Palpatine's Anakin's like biological father. If you think about it, in a way. And so in a way, and Palpatine sort of sees Anakin as his son in a way, and he technically is.
Yeah.
So
That makes
that's why he still wants Anakin to be alive. So and he obviously repairs him, and he could have got a better
He
suit.
said to Yoda during his fight with Yoda, the Anakin will
We'll cut out.
What? There you go. If Anakin was his if Anakin had the same, do you think he'd be able to use Force lightning, a bit like Palpatine though? Oh, he's dead. that Mafia must have picked onto his quick. Oh, you're back. I thought the Mafia grabbed you and shot you.
Yeah, no, I just couldn't hear you.
I
for a
wish.
second.
That means we don't
Bloody hell.
have to do any more work for Lucifer Turtle War.
Yeah, I know. My
Joking.
God, I'll be free finally.
No more mapping.
Dude,
Oh my God.
I've been working on this mod since August. Ugh.
You've been okay. You worked in those events for so long.
I think Arjun wants to do something different, like my Star Wars mod.
It was 8 months on just events. I don't know how you didn't go mad.
Bro.
He did.
He did. He spent 8 months making historical
every
events.
time he wouldn't do it.
Same way
Every
for 8
time.
months.
Every time Iotron just wouldn't do anything for a while, he was like, your boy would message him like, "Have you done this yet?" No, I'm still doing it.
Yeah.
Anyway.
That honestly is the truth. Most of the time he'd message me and I'd still be working on something.
Yeah.
Anyway, is there anything else needs doing for 2.0?
I'd like. We're not really. Actually, it's just the era
Thank
system.
God. I mean, that's a shame. I love to. Well, anyway, we can move on to more
It's
projects.
me and Atheist working on the era system. It's no one else.
We can work on more pressing projects.
Oh my
Star
God, I'm
Wars.
working on making a completely custom campaign map for the South America expansion.
Oh, yeah,
and
you
that's
are, right?
painful. That's
South
painful.
America.
That's not for
It's
2.0.
South America.
Wait, you're
I
doing,
know, but you understand how painful it is?
Wait, you're doing the South American campaign.
I imagine it is very, very.
We're not
very-
doing North America anymore because someone else is doing that.
Oh.
And we stole their models, so we thought it'd be courtesy to
Yeah, not
let
steal
them
the
keep-
entire mod.
So I was like, all right. No one talks about the South American revolutions in like the
I wonder
1820s,
why.
so let's do that.
Wonder why.
I mean, it's still a pretty interesting time.
Yeah, it's true. It's like
It's South America.
it's like the
I mean,
Roman.
because literally all of South America got decolonized in like the space of 5 years.
I mean,
Still-
there's a Rome mod that I'm working on. It's like, you ever heard like the Caesar Rebellion when Julius Caesar like goes to war with the Senate?
Yep.
Yeah.
No, I'm surprised you know that one.
It's an
Bradley.
event.
No, it's like it starts in that.
Oh, mod.
It's also the
Ah.
same
Which
time
is just
period
gonna
of
be
Assassin's
the
Creed
three Roman
Origins.
factions, no one else.
As much as I like Rome Total War, I don't play it that much.
Mm.
I
Oh,
don't.
you will after
Yeah,
this
I
mod.
don't play.
You'll
I
love
don't
it.
find it fun anymore because there's not enough unit variety.
Well, wait till my mod.
I'll wait.
Well, you're building it on Rome Total War, so I'm guessing it's
It's-
just gonna have Rome Total War unit.
Oh yeah, it's not gonna be fucking. It's not. It's when I make a mod, it's not gonna be something like massive. I'm not adding like tons of units. So I just can't be bothered.
Not
I expect a completely new campaign map, new unit rosters, unit names.
I mean, I still use.
I
I
want
mean,
to be
I use
able-
the Darth mod, provincial campaign mod map.
I want a completely revised Senate system. If I don't get that, I will not download the mod.
To be fair, the Senate's
I-
gonna
I
be their
wanna
own
see-
faction,
Yeah, well, it's
and they're gonna be a couple of hosts like a general, it's hard to explain. Having like a army, like a host army invading Britain in the name of Julius Caesar. And then you have the then you have the option to
I
like
just say,
declare independence.
I would absolutely love a campaign in Britannia, using the Britannia map,
like for Rome.
where the Romans, where the Romans invade from the south, and there's all the
Yeah.
Celtic tribe, and it's all using the massive fog.
I mean, because of how big the Roman Empire was, like they controlled Italy, Spain. I can probably use some of the barbarian factions to like become
Dude.
some of the tribes in Britain.
You realize the only thing that the Celts have to fight back against the Roman legions are Celtic warbands, right?
Oh no! It's
Anyway, we keep
just
going
a
off
really-
topic, so it probably
It's just a really
right, guys.
confused
Just,
middle-aged man. Like
He's not middle-aged. He's
guys,
mid-thirties.
go on.
he's got a wife and kids.
See, you did have a mid-30.
Right, stop talking about Celtic Warband. We need to finish this off.
We're not talking
Right.
about Celtic
Okay,
warbands.
Okay,
we're talking
actually no,
about
we
Celtic
didn't.
warbands.
Did we rate Attack of the Clones?
Oh no,
We didn't.
Fuck. Right, let's do it. Okay. Who wants to go first? Huh?
6 out of 10.
You what out of 10?
6 out of 10.
Yeah. I'd probably say 7.
7 out of 10.
7, yeah.
I'd say 7.
Bradley,
thinking about
Bradley,
6
your
out of
turn.
10.
104.
That's not good. I'd say a 4, maybe 5 out of 10. Push for that.
Yeah. I didn't think it was a bad film. But anyway, back to Revenge of the Sith. You have the whole scene with Leia, Padme giving birth to Leia and Luke, and you find out how Leia and Luke turn up in the film.
She lost the will to live. What have you got a doctorate in? Fucking poetry.
To be fair, I think it's a bit silly her dying of losing the will to live. But I think a fan theory. I
You
think
should
it's
have
a
died
fan.
of a heart attack or something.
No.
Should have died from the
Just
No,
like
it was
Anakin.
the whole thing. It was Palpatine using the Force to kill her, so Anakin would completely just turn to the dark side for good. For
bro, it's the will to live.
for at least 20 or so years. But then obviously the whole scene with Darth Vader becoming Darth Vader was like becoming with the suit was amazing. It was like, oh,
no,
shit,
yeah,
it's
when
him.
you see
Hey,
the
we
look in
got
his
the suit
eyes.
on.
You see
as
you
the
see
the
Hayden
absolute look
Christensen
of
is that
horror.
mask.
It's Hayden Christensen, yeah.
Yeah.
You see the look of terror in his eyes as the mask goes down, and the last of Anakin Skywalker
And
dies.
you can hear like him going Padme and like help me or something in the background. It's like
Oh
that's
yeah,
fucking emotional.
When he says Padme, where is she? Is she alright? Is she safe? God, it's so sad. Even though
Yeah,
it's
and
like a
then
booming
he
voice.
It seems in your anger you
You
killed her. That sounds like a fucking Danish man. You killed her.
You killed her.
This voyage of all die.
Is it you're dodging my spaghetti? What?
Hey, where's my pizza? I haven't got any macaroni cheese.
Why have you got Mussolini now?
Mussolini. Oh,
Mussolini, my favourite Star Wars character.
in this podcast,
I am the
My name's Rap God Mussolini.
invade Greece.
yo, what's up, my boy Hitler? We're gonna go invade kill some Jews.
You're dodging my mozzarella.
Hey, where's my pasta?
The Rome protocols.
Where's some
It's
mozzarella?
freezing there.
Where's my jewels? Oh,
You should change the fucking Rome bar. You should change like the Italian. When you click on a unit, it has it's like a fucking Italian meme in the background going, "Hey, pizza!" You select the Roman
but
unit. Roman, send this guy into
The most
fucking
definitive thing in my memory ever, and I will never forget this, is that one voice actor from Rome Total War who goes Imperator.
That's pretty good.
It's so funny.
It's ingrained in my memory till I
Imperator.
die. Imperator.
He goes,
Imperator.
"Auto moves, sir. Auto moves."
Oh my god! Oh no!
In Medieval 2 when he
Auto
goes,
moves,
or Medieval
sir.
2 for like the French going, "Oh, mais that and I'm on me."
Can you not tell friend from foe?
You will die, infidel.
Siblia wanted infidel.
Siglia, what is
This is an enemy
We
ship.
can see all from here, my son.
What's this podcast turned into? We're talking
Inshallah, my son wishes you
about
dead.
the fucking prequels, and we talk about fucking Medieval 2, Doctor Who. What the fuck?
The weirdest fucking combination of shit. We should just call it the racist podcast.
The race,
Fucking
not the Skywalkers, the fucking racists, the KKK.
fucking
We're gonna make a new thumbnail for that.
bloody Darth Vader talk about where his mozzarella's gone. Like, just Palpatine.
Darth Vader with Adolf Hitler's mustache.
I love. Right, let's do a rate of Revenge.
Instead of where's
right, guys,
where's my
guys.
pizza?
I love the scene at the end when Obi-Wan sort of gives Luke
It
over
seems
to guys.
in your anger you
You
ate
killed
it.
that, right, guys. I love the bit when Obi-Wan
Padme
hands
is a
hands
pizza.
over Luke to
And then it turns out that
shut the
Anakin
fuck up!
actually ate her.
Shush.
It seems in your anger you ate her.
Where's Padme?
With
Where's my
extra dip.
pizza?
Is it alright?
In
Is
your
it
anger.
refrigerated?
You took my spaghetti.
It seems in your anger. You dropped it on the floor.
No!
My name is
Dude,
Ezio
that's
Auditore.
tragic. That's tragic.
My name is
The tragedy-
Ezio Auditore da
the tragedy
Firenze.
of the pizza.
And where the fuck is my pizza?
The tragedy of Darth Pizza. Darth Pizza.
He can save others from pineapple, but not himself.
He runs that episode, the episode of Robot Chicken when he goes, when he goes, what's the hell's an aluminum falcon?
Oh no.
Bradley just left.
Dengar's toilet shit.
Somebody touched my spaghetti.
I'm fucking
Oh.
Imagine Ezio Auditore just fucking going. It was taking my spaghetti. Andy from work going, what the fuck, Bradley? No, that's the wrong glass. That is the half pint, not the pint.
No, Tommy goes, what the fuck, who touched my spaghetti?
James, what the fuck are you doing? You stupid fuck. Oh, God. Right, anyway, I love the bit with Anakin when Luke gets given to Aunt Prue and that and then the whole shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
Why you talk to me?
And Obi, then they have the whole music with the binary sunset music was just amazing. I love that. This is what happens when we fucking drink. Well, me anyway.
What? Oh, that one.
Somebody's got an
Eating was
alcoholism
less.
problem.
I can't hear you, Bradley. What?
One last thing, right? So Luke gets dumped into some poor home, right? But
Yeah.
he
He gets
just
dumped
lives
in the
on
council
ritual.
housing.
Yeah.
That's basically like, yeah. Look, you go live that chef.
Yeah, fuck off, mate. Layers to get the high quality. Layers to get the proper decent shit. You only get fucking a desert.
It is true. They just
They
drop
work as a
because
bloody
Luke
farmhand.
is Luke is a.
Look,
They drop him in his home in Vader's home planet as if that's a good idea.
Oh, can we mention the fact that Vader built his castle on the place where he got fucking burnt to a crisp? It's an
Dude,
interesting
that's
place
where I
to build.
built my castle.
He's not going to put it on Naboo,
No, I think
is he?
I
Have his big death castle, his big black
That's
death
a fucking
castle,
Tatooine.
If I
on
could build it on the
beautiful
Jedi
idyllic
temple.
planet of Naboo.
He goes to Mon Calamari and just builds it in the sea.
Oh my god! Imagine trying to order a calamari pizza on Mon Calamari.
Mon
Is
Calamari
that
pizza.
hideously offensive or something?
what has this come to?
I don't know.
We've been talking about
Right.
fucking-
Anyway.
It's
Shall
the
we
range,
do
that's
it? Shall we do a rate of the Revenge of the Sith?
8 out of 10.
Fucking
Oh,
10 out of 10
9.5
for me,
10.
mate. 10 out of 10 is just that.
It's a
fucking-
9.5
with
simply
that
because
spaghetti,
there is
10 out of 10.
it isn't set up well enough from the previous two films, but that's just like it's not the fault of the film itself. So a 9.5.
Well,
Well,
it
it
was a good film. It's great.
It's a good
I still
film.
had hope for Rise of Skywalker because after two shit films,
Oh,
right, Revenge of the Sith managed to be the best film in the entirety of Star Wars. So I thought maybe that they could do the same again, but they didn't.
Yeah.
They failed.
Yeah.
I still think the prequel trilogy is probably, I wouldn't say the best, but it's better than Rise of fucking sequel trilogy. Let's be honest. Even the original trilogy is much fucking better.
Yeah, because that actually made sense.
Yeah. And the prequel and the original trilogy were done with some fucking heart.
We are under attack.
Be quiet.
Everyone always forgetting that one pre-Clone Wars movie.
Yeah, the sequel trilogy was only done for money in the end, and just because it was episode 7,
Yes.
everyone was like, "Oh, let's make some money, let's bring back Palpatine," despite the fact he fell down the fucking hole and died. Yeah, he survived.
I honestly don't care about the cloning. I understand why it's there. I just
think
wish
it'd be
it.
better-
I
it'd be
just wish
better.
it'd been Thrawn.
It'd be better if it was Plagueis, because
I wish it was Thrawn. Just make it Thrawn. It's not that
yeah,
hard.
but I feel like it
No,
should
You
have
get to
been
fight
like,
the Imperial Remnant.
What
it
they should
makes
have done
sense.
is not made a sequel trilogy at all. Maybe they should have just not done
they
that.
should have just given the ropes to me and Bradley, and then we would have fucking sorted
It's a
it.
terrible idea.
Oh, gee, they should have left Anakin's storyline alone.
They should,
But-
guys, they should have just
Fill
ended
in the
it in
blanks,
episode
but don't
6.
add anything to it.
No, there's a quote I love. If you want a happy ending, just fucking end it where you want to end it. Like, you don't have
No,
to,
that,
just because they bring
you
it another
quoted this
film.
last time, and you're quoting it incorrectly this time because
No,
I'm
what-
assuming you
I-
quoted it correctly last time.
I don't
You said,
care.
you said if you want to end, if
Close
you want
the
a good
book.
ending, you
Yeah.
must know when to shut the book.
Yeah,
Yeah, not
basically.
when to just decide
Oh,
when it ends.
I don't fucking care. I'm redefining. I don't care.
You're rereading.
Angry.
Shut up.
I find your lack
You're
of faith
stupid.
disturbing.
Take off your clothes. That's right.
That is shifting here.
It's almost like Terminator when they just like keep bringing Arnold back, like at least 6 times.
Dude, that's because he's
Old
immortal.
man Arnold, young man Arnold.
Take off your clothes.
Middle-aged man
your clothes.
Arnold.
Dude, we can all agree Terminator 2 is. You can do a tough Terminator podcast another time. That's.
Terminator 2 is better than.
Oh yeah, but we can say it for another time. Anyway, I think we've caught it wraps. I mean, we've pretty much covered it all. We've covered a bunch of other random shit
Closing
as well. There you
statements,
go.
closing sentiments,
No?
opinions, beliefs.
Yeah.
Wait,
Racist
beliefs? Are we
remarks.
doing religion now?
Yeah.
On the racist podcast.
God's will.
I
God's
genuinely
plan.
think we should call it the racist podcast, like Ray.
No.
then we can, like-
fucking hell.
Guys, I hate Ray Skywalker.
Do you know what? I might
Ray
I might
Skywalker.
rename the whole podcast. I'll tell you
Yeah,
what, guys.
'cause
Bruh,
Guys,
I gotta make a
racism.
whole new thumbnail.
guys
bruh.
in the comments
Okay,
section,
I'll
let
help
me
you
know.
with it.
Let me know what you want for this. To be fair, we just fucking call it Skywalker. We started it with the first. We just leave
It's
it at
not
that.
racism.
Oh, what? Well, yeah, but that's not family-friendly entertainment, is it? Really?
Racism.
Your entire
Ray.
channel isn't family-friendly entertainment. What are you talking about?
And again, none of our channels are family entertainment. I think Bradley. is,
Excuse
because-
me,
Especially
excuse
when
me.
Bradley goes.
On a Saturday
Ah!
night, everyone's sitting around awaiting Egypt 5, okay? No one's actually having
All right,
panic
guys,
attacks
tell me
going,
that.
"Where the
What do
hell
you
is
mean?
Egypt
All right,
5?"
guys, tell me that you
Everyone
have.
thinks, alright, time to get the whole family together. We're gonna watch a Mythic video.
Well, I think I'm gonna
Well,
Uncle
Dad,
Steven, come on, sit
Bradley, where
around.
the fuck do you think you're going?
Mythic.
go to bed.
Go to bed.
Mum, Dad, everyone stop.
Tired as
Get
hell.
Dad out of
Bradley,
bail.
what
on
have you been
prison.
doing? You just
Get
woke
Dad
up
out
and
of
sat in your
bail on
ass.
Get
prison.
that off life
Mythic
support.
uploaded. We've got to
Wow.
watch it.
Well, I'll see you. Well, not
Turn
see
off
you.
Dad's life support. We
Well,
gotta
Bradley,
bring in
we'll
the
see you for the
TV.
next fucking podcast, then, mate. See you later.
Redirect the power from
Wow.
Grandpa's life
Right,
support.
Bradley's
We're gonna watch
leaving.
it.
Everyone say goodbye to Bradley. I know you don't want to, but
No.
Bye, Bradley.
Goodbye, Bradley.
See you later. Bye bye.
We await your return.
he will never come
Yeah.
back.
Do we?
After this, he's like, nah, fuck this. All right, tell me that both of you have
Bullshit.
not sworn in the video.
I haven't, bro. Bro, my channel's clean.
I'm not
I'm pretty sure
swearing
I've heard
that.
you swear in the Attila series.
When? I
unless,
didn't.
unless you've edited it out.
To be honest,
Bro,
he swears all the time.
I'm a man of God.
He's a very sweary man.
I mean, I'm pretty sure I've heard your boy's got. I mean, we've all sworn
he's
today. I'm
he's
pretty
horrible.
Pretty sure we've all sworn today, so there's
I keep
that.
saying racial slurs.
You talking about today in general? Or you talking about
Oh,
in the,
don't worry,
in
it's
the
fine. It's been an hour and 42 minutes of this podcast. It's longer than the last one.
Damn, this podcast's pretty long.
Yep.
Yeah, I know.
Not as long as Ace Ray.
I didn't hear the rest of it. I just heard it cut out, but
It's not as
I
long as Ace Ray.
Alright, guys. Thanks for watching. I think we'll end it here.
no, we're
This
not.
is-
We're
this is
continuing.
Subscribe
Maybe
to
it's
become fellow
continuing.
racist too.
Subscribe to the Mythic YouTube channel. Don't subscribe to anyone else on this podcast. They all actually make
please
really
don't.
bad content.
My content's
I
bad.
don't make content, so yeah, I guess I do.
Yes, you do. Egypt 5.
Egypt 5.
Bring it back. We can make a hot seat. As
I
Egypt.
still have an Egypt 5 video. I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get that
Please
out.
do, please.
We'll play.
Nah.
Dude, I've
I'll
had
tell you
the
what.
script written for like a month. I just need to edit it. It's gonna be some painful editing, but it's gonna be one of my biggest
Is
projects.
just tape together bits of dialogue that I said during episodes 1 to 4 to create an
Dude,
entirely
it's
new episode.
it's.
Or manipulate
see-
it to make me say really racist things. So.
I don't have to manipulate it. I can just take segments from this.
Oh, yeah, fair enough.
Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. This is it.
Remember to
We've
like, comment,
discussed-
subscribe, Mythic out.
Yeah, etc. You know, Jill.
Your boy out.
Yep.
You assume they know
Anyway,
more.
guys, thanks for
I'm
watching.
Lucian Dev
It's
number
been a
2,
fun
also known as
fucking
the more important
podcast.
Lucian Dev.
Hope you guys have
Yep,
enjoyed.
it was
Shut
fun.
the fuck up. Hope you guys have enjoyed,
enjoyed
our
your company.
rambling and all our fucking shit about the prequels. What are we gonna do next?
Rebels or
Originals.
Clone Wars?
I think we should decline.
No, originals. We do original. We do all of the main trilogies.
All right,
and then
yeah,
we
okay.
go and do
We'll do the fucking rituals next. Yeah, a lot of incest in that, but yeah, moving on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Back
Like my CK2 game.
Back when George Lucas wasn't sure about who he was going to pair with. He wasn't sure if it's going to be Leia and Luke. But yeah.
Oh, honestly, I've kind of forgotten we haven't done the original trilogy because we've just been bouncing around.
Yeah.
We should have gone in order. We really should have.
We set a deal. It's like, oh right, we're gonna stick to this topic. Then we start fucking talking about the Daleks, so it doesn't work.
The Daleks, yeah.
We have an explanation
When I
for my
was a child, I
CK2
considered
game.
the Daleks in the same universe.
Right, I think you guys need to have a drink for the next podcast.
Well, I've been drinking.
What is
Diet
your
Coke.
insistence with alcohol?
Because
Because
it
he's
makes it fun.
overrated.
It
He's
makes
an alcoholic.
It makes it fun. No, I'm not an alcoholic.
Okay, oh fine, I'll bring
Everything,
wine or something.
everything.
It makes
Everything's
it fun.
like,
It makes
I
it
gotta
laugh.
drink.
It makes
You
it fun.
have to drink.
Yeah, but
You
it makes you rant
want me
and ramble
drunk?
on a lot more, so it's more funner.
You really want
You can
me
do
drunk?
that.
I mean, what's more exciting
This is
than
me sober.
a normal fucking sober guy talk about a film when you have a fucking
I will be a nutter
A
if
drunk-
I'm drunk.
drunk guy trying to lead his army into battle in Total War? That's more fun.
I'm gonna be an absolute nutter drunk because this is me sober.
God,
That's a shame.
it makes for more better content. Let's be honest.
Fair enough.
Anyway, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next podcast. You guys can say goodbye, or you can just.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
bye.
bye.
I already did my
Bye-bye.
outro.
Goodbye. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. It really helps out the channel. Also, make sure to join the Frozen Kingdom Discord server to keep up to date with future content. And have an awesome day.